The last live stream, my phone was getting hot, so I pretty much am about to just do the lesson over. But hey, Lord's willing, y'all can hear the audio. Lord's willing, everything sounds good. But let me start by giving all praises to our powers. Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakha HaKodash. Hey, give it double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that have taught us truth and the constant and well through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Shai. Hey, peace, mercy, and blessed the beloved Akim that are out there pushing this word wholeheartedly and truth and in sincerity. Let it not waver to the left nor to the right, but constantly stand on that straight and narrow, fighting for your young crowns in these last days that we are truly living in. Yeah, like I was going into, I was playing a video, all right, pretty much was going into Walmart CEO was pretty much talking about how they're getting ready to raise the prices up, okay? And you had somebody that made the mention of if Walmart is forced to raise prices, they're under pressure right now, how much more of other businesses, okay, that are smaller than, you know, the Walmart supply chain, all right, which Walmart's a big supply chain, you know? So a lot of prices are still going to keep going up, all right? And just because, you know, Trump lowered that, just because Trump had those talks with Xi Jinping and they came to a so-called 90-day proposal where they want to slow down on the tariffs, that don't mean that things are going to get better, you know? That's why brothers got to be mindful, you know, that, hey, we're not in this thing alone, all right? Take your mind out of that lone wolf spirit, you know? I could do it by myself. I'm just over here. I got minds, you know? Nah, man, we a body. We're a brotherhood, man, you know? The scriptures tell you in Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter, it says that hey, 2 are better than 1, you know, and 3 are a cord that cannot pretty much be broken. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, so pretty much we're stronger together. You know what I'm saying? And now more than ever, since we're seeing the tribulation. All right, which the word tribulation goes into thalipsis in the Greek. It goes into being pressed upon, the pressures. All right, everybody's about to be under a sense of pressure, hardships. All right, so we got to rely on each other because, hey, Jake goes through it, man. You know, Jake goes under the financial woes, as the scriptures say in Haggai. We got holes in our pocket, man. So we got to be mindful that, just like Paul said. He said in 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, he said, I might have all the gifts of prophecy. I got all these different gifts, but if I don't have the gift of charity, then I have nothing, all right? Which charity goes into agape, okay? Which, you know, brothers should know that agape deals with what? Brotherly love, man. You know, so if you know that yourself does come into, like, financial hardships, hey, if you got a job right now and they're giving you extra hours, man, work those extra hours, all right, for the Akim's sake. Because let's say you might be up right now, but then another brother, hey, he might be down, you know, so another brother might need that extra support. And because you put those extra hours in and you got that extra little bit about a change in your pocket, all right, that's likened unto you making a sacrifice, okay, as if you're doing it for Yahweh Shai, but you also helping the brother out in a financial crisis, you know? All right, brothers got to put themselves in that type of mindset just because of the times that we are in, you know? Because we're not out here alone by ourselves, man, you know? And you know, putting in that extra couple hours, whether if a brother needed it or not, that's also applying wisdom. You know what I'm saying? That's also applying wisdom because, you know, seeing the times that we're in, if you got that extra time to put in, put that time in. Or if you got that extra time to you know, elevate yourself in the company that you're in, or maybe go to school for maybe 3-6 months, so that way you can get some type of paperwork, some type of certificate. Well, go ahead and get that done so that way you can make some extra money, you know. because we're not in the time to get lackadaisical or to well, the prophecies are speaking, and any day now the Lord is going to return and Babylon's going to be destroyed. Nah, we can't be in a an irresponsible mindset. Okay, all right. So we gotta knowing the times that we are in. The scriptures say about knowing the times that we are in. I want to say it speaks about that in the book of Jeremiah. Okay, the stork knoweth its time. The turtle. I want to say it's the turtle dove. Brother could post it if I roughly paraphrasing it, but it says, but Israel does not know the time. All right, but we know the time. Like Paul said, there's no need that I write unto you, brethren, for you very well understand the times that we are in. So we're seeing that there's a major shortage of supplies coming in. We see that times are getting harder, so you don't want to leave your job right now. You don't want to be out there looking for a job because you don't know when the next time you're going to get a job. Even though the Lord does supply us and give us what we need, you want to try to maintain, get your ass up, go to work, handle your business, so to speak. All right, because things are getting tighter. Things are getting tighter. It's pretty much crunch time right now. So as it's crunch time. Don't only just think about yourself, but think about the Akim, okay? All right? Think about the Akim, all right? Show forth that charity amongst each other, man. All right? If you got the opportunity to do better, and you can make that little sacrifice, whether you're staying up for maybe a couple more hours, throughout your day, all right? And you pulling in a couple more FRNs, just in case another brother comes into a situation, hey, it's better that you got it than don't have it, or maybe you got to help your situation out, maybe you might fall into a situation, but because you had the funds, now you can be able to do so, all right, because see, knowing that it's hard right now, you don't want to be a sense of a liability, the one that's always got his hand out reaching, all right, you want to be a balance, okay? And like I may mention, Salaki, if I'm all over the place, Salaki, I'm not gonna make this too long, but the scriptures speak about the ants, all right, in the book of Proverbs, all right, the ants, it's a small creature, okay, but the ants, they can tell the seasons, so they know when it's getting close, all right, the summertime is here, it's time to harvest, it's time to gather, it's time to store up, stock, So the ants get themselves together, but they work in unison. They work together as one body, and they store up everything that they need. Okay, so when it comes down to the time of that winter, all right, they don't lack. Okay, they don't need to pretty much go out and find and gather and get, because they worked as a unit, and now they got everything that they need in order to hold themselves down. So in the spirit, all right, the scriptures say the prudent man foreseeth the evil, all right, and we hide ourselves. But a prudent man is a man that's going to apply the wisdom. You're going to see things are far off, and you're going to say, I need to prepare. All right, I got to get myself ready, all right, and that's a part of applying wisdom. What's the sense of knowing what you know and you don't do nothing about it? You know what I'm saying? So just something quick. It's just going to be thoughts on the go. In transit, I'm headed to my next destination. Just got off the plantation, what I'm saying? Brother hitting like 15 hours a day, but hey, gotta get your grind on, and the Wadi Ahal by Shema Shah, I'm able to, be able to get my daily bread, and hey, brother need it, what I'm saying? And I'm addition to the Akim, to the Akim, you know what I mean? Because hey, we all we got, man. Hey, that charity, man. That Philadelphia, that brotherly love, that charity, okay. Hey, that charity is what the what Yahweh by Shema Shai is looking at. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and that's what was said in Matthew's the 25th chapter. You have clothed me, you have fed me, things of that nature. You have done it one unto these little ones. It's likened as you have done it unto me. You know what I'm saying? So that charity, it covers a multitude of sins. You know what I'm saying? So You know, just something just to keep in mind. You know, brothers, keep that in mind, all right? The times that we are in, all right? And matter of fact, I'm going to try to play this video, like the one I was speaking about. It's about like 4 minutes long. So I'm going to try to play it. Lord's willing, you can hear it, Akim. All right? Let me see. I'm going to run it back.
Well, everybody knows that prices here in the U.S. are going up because of inflation and the tariffs that have been imposed. But Walmart actually has come out with an official statement. This is coming from the CEO, and they're saying that prices are going up and you're going to see these increases very soon. The CEO of Walmart, Doug McMillon, saying what so many have been anticipating, and he said it loud and clear, that Walmart is going to have to raise prices. Walmart, the world's largest retailer, is telling its shoppers the time has come.
We will do our best to keep our prices as low as possible. But given the magnitude of the tariffs, even at the reduced levels announced this week, we aren't able to absorb all the pressure given the reality of narrow retail margins. We're positioned to manage the cost pressure from tariffs as well or better than anyone. But even at the reduced levels, the higher tariffs will result in higher prices.
CEO Doug McMillon did not say on today's quarterly earnings call which products would face a price increase, but the chief financial officer indicated the prices could go up within weeks.
Walmart announced today it plans to raise prices in stores across America because of Donald Trump's tariffs. Here is what Walmart will say on its earnings call. Quote, given the magnitude of the tariffs, even at the reduced levels announced this week, we aren't able to absorb all the pressure given the reality of narrow retail margins, unquote. Walmart's raising prices is a canary in the coal mine for the devastation Trump's tariffs will have on Main Street. If a retailer as big as Walmart can't escape the pain of tariffs, what chance do small businesses have? Their customers are inevitably going to see prices rise.
The company saying it will have to start raising prices later this month because of import taxes, better known as tariffs. This is because Walmart is very focused, they say, on offering lower prices than the competition, and it's got a big market share.
So again, it's now confirmed that prices are going up, and it's interesting because we already, as Americans, are having a difficult time affording the cost of food, affording the cost of living, and it is to be expected that prices will be increasing because of the tariffs, but how will people react? I really believe that people are going to probably start to go and get things last minute because a lot of people are not prepared in advance. And I am a proponent of going out and stocking up on some goods if you do need it now. Don't wait to the last minute to panic buy, but if you do need something, certainly go ahead and get that. But if you have been watching my channel for a long time now, I've been saying that you should be preparing in advance for things like this in the economy because we can't always rely on the supply chain, rely on everything always to run smoothly. If 2020 has taught us anything, it's to prepare in advance. In fact, if you look back at 2020, there was even people that were really doing a lot of looting because they were prepared, and Walmart already has an issue with shoplifting. I mean, this has been going on for a long time.
This dude has not scanned one grocery. Shit says lane closed, and he's just bagging shit up. He ain't scanning one grocery yet. Unreal.
People are even recording themselves and posting it on social media. So are we going to be seeing more of this? I'm not sure, but we may be, because when prices are going up and people don't have the funds, they start to get desperate. So let me know your thoughts down below.
Hey, so Lord willing, you Akim as well as you Aqua for edified. With that, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shema, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, and Brakatah Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, love, brotherly love, continue, all right? May Yahweh, Shema, Shai be with you as well as your household, all right? To all the believers that are out there. With that, I'm going to say shalom.